I wish I knew before going to the Osaka Expo. Bathroom situation, food situation, what to bring, your ultimate guide. Starting off with what to bring, I would not worry about this too much. There is a convenience store on site that sells everything you may need, everything from snacks, mobile batteries to like underwear and socks if you forget. But what I will say is that you will be standing in line for hours on end, so bring something to entertain you, whether that be like a book, card game, podcast, phone, homework, anything like that. Bathroom situation, so maybe this is TMI, but I was on my period, so I was very nervous about what it would look like. And personally, if I were you, I would skip out on the ones on the ground floor and like the ground levels because they're like these metal buildings and like it gets hot in Japan, okay? Metal bathrooms in the hot sun, not fun. Anyways, that is why I recommend going into the actual pavilion. So a lot of the pavilions have bathrooms that you can use. For example, third floor, Belgium, third floor, Azerbaijan, and in the Nordic, inside the restaurant, there are public bathrooms that you can use if you are in the pavilions, and they were very clean, very calm, and like not chaotic at all, unlike the metal bathrooms in the ground floors. Moving on to some food, very important, I know. And as for food, remember, there's two lines for the pavilion. One to actually enter the pavilion exhibition and another one to actually enter the restaurant and like the food of the pavilion. So make sure you double check which line you're in because I made that mistake in Spain and I went into the exhibition and not the food and I was very hungry. If you don't want to line up but still want to eat the global foods, you should go to the Ringside Marketplace, which is on the edge of like the expo, and it has a bunch of little food stalls with foods all over the world and there was zero lines. Also expect some food to be sold out. There's many options, but usually the popular 1 or 2 menus are usually sold out, especially in the afternoons. Also, don't get mad at me, but as a Japanese girl, I can't understand why people are lining up to eat the Japanese food at the expo, because if you go to Osaka, there's going to be much fresher and more local, authentic foods. So if I were you, I would focus on the global foods and maybe save that Japanese food for later when you're touring Osaka.